Location intelligence allows you to understand how people and places interact. But all location data is not the same. Foursquare's location technology platform helps you to unlock the full power of location. Our proprietary technology and diverse data sources offer access to unmatched scale, accuracy, and accessibility. With the right location intelligence, the possibilities are endless. Find out what location intelligence can do for your business.
To understand how companies are leveraging location data to drive business outcomes, welcome Allergan's Miles Dacio and Foursquare's Ariel Siegel-Eck.
Hi, thank you for joining us here today. We're excited to share how global pharmaceutical company Allergan is leveraging location data to drive real-world results. I'm Ariel Eck, Director of Marketing at Foursquare, and I'm joined today by Miles from Allergan. For those of you who may not be familiar with Foursquare or may think of us as the check-in app you used back in 2010, let me give you a quick refresher as we've evolved quite a bit since then. Today, Foursquare is the leading location technology platform. You can think of us as the location layer of the internet. This means you're likely relying on our technology every day, even if you don't realize it. So if you've ever geotagged a tweet or looked up a location on Uber to get picked up, or used a geofilter on Snapchat, you're leveraging Foursquare's proprietary technology. As a pioneer of the geolocation space, our tech stack is being utilized by the world's largest enterprises and most recognizable brands like Allergan, helping them tap into location intelligence to create better customer experiences and smarter business outcomes. So we're all about creating technology that builds meaningful bridges between digital spaces and physical places. We're dedicated to building solutions that help businesses make smarter decisions and developers create more engaging experiences. This means we're helping developers, agencies, publishers, platforms, and brands understand how people are moving about the physical world. Everything we do is based on a superior understanding of who, where, and why, facilitated by extensive first-party data and the only accredited engine to sit between people and places, knowing not just when someone visited a place, but what that says about the person and the venue. We offer best-in-class solutions for targeting, measurement, and analytics, as well as geo-contextual experiences. Now, I'm excited to hand it over to Miles to introduce himself.
Hi guys, I'm Miles Dacio, Senior Manager of Performance Marketing at Allergan Data Labs. I help lead all of our programmatic efforts, including all of our data and media partnerships as well. And we are so excited to be partnering with the Foursquare and leveraging all of their location and geofencing data for all of our campaigns across all of our media, whether that's programmatic, video, social, you name it, we're partnering with them.
Great, thank you, Miles. So now we'll dive into a Q&A to better understand how Allergan is using location data today and how we can drive innovation with location in the years to come. Now, at Foursquare, we know that customer centricity is critical to business success. But many brands today only really understand half of their customer. Location data is what you need to really understand the full picture. And so, Miles, I'd love it if you could share a bit about how Allergan is using location data to better understand and reach the right audiences.
Thanks, Ariel. So as a global pharmaceutical company, specifically supporting Botox Cosmetic, Juvederm, and Cool Sculpting, Cool Tone, our job as a consumer marketing team is to drive customers and consumers into practices. And so it functions very much like auto, where as a DTC marketer, I'm trying to drive consumers into multiple practices throughout the globe and specifically throughout the US. And so we partner with Foursquare to help us measure our media impact and our media exposures of seeing those consumers visit practices after they've been exposed to our media. And this is such a huge lever for us to take advantage of. Before that, it's so hard for us to measure true attribution and understanding, is this campaign working? Are our programmatic, our social efforts working? How are they actually getting consumers into practices? And thankfully, our partnership with Foursquare has allowed us to see and provide transparency into that process of consumers, again, getting exposed to our ads, seeing those ads, interacting with them, and then not only that, driving into practices and getting their Botox or their Juvederm.
Excellent. I know that it's really important to be able to quantify the impact of your advertising on foot traffic to specific locations. And so it's great to see how Allergan is able to really, use our technology in order to look at your entire media plan. It's pretty great to see. And, in addition to measuring the advertising that you're doing across different platforms, I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you're able to then optimize based on learnings from that in order to target people with location-based targeting.
Absolutely. So we were able to provide you guys a list of healthcare providers, and from there you targeted them and you provided information on consumers going to those healthcare providers. From there, not only did you share when those consumers were going to those providers, but where else are they visiting? You provided different audiences to us so that we could leverage and see consumer insights of, is this person truly a luxury shopper? I know I'm targeting them on Google as a luxury shopper, but are they truly visiting the Saks Fifth Avenues? Are they going to the Nordstroms on the daily? Or are they home good shoppers? Are they going to TJ Maxx's? Are they going to Pottery Barn? Where are they going? What insights are they providing? And what further detail that you guys are providing allow us to optimize and generate new messages for these consumers and help us understand where they are in the funnel.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the way in which our data can help you understand not only that they went to their provider, but then also all those other things along their journey. So we, are able to help Allergan think about, are they going to, you mentioned Sephora, the luxury brand, based on their shopping behaviors. We can also look at people who are in real time you're a provider, right? And send them an offer to make sure that they're aware of what you're doing. We can think about looking at people who used to visit providers but haven't been in a while, or loyalty amongst people who are going really frequently. So a lot of different great strategies that our team's able to work with you on to think about not only measuring but then also activating on with integrations with, the Trade Desk, DV360. I'd love to hear a little bit more about sort of the different platforms that you're engaging with us on.
You said it. DV360, the Trade Desk. You're even measuring our Facebook through Campaign Manager, our Facebook clicks, and our paid search clicks. So that really helps us break down walled gardens easily and understanding how do all of these different media types and mediums really play together. Especially, okay, did this person see a programmatic ad, go on their social, click on social, and then go visit a provider, go visit an HCP? You are providing those answers for us, and it's so helpful. Another campaign that you've helped us with and optimized us with is our Mother's Day campaign. You were able to target flower shops around Mother's Day or different gift shops that allowed us to target consumers with specific messaging across all of our platforms and all of our mediums, DV, paid search, so Google Ads, Facebook, Instagram, and then see truly the funnel of how these consumers were exposed to each medium and then went to an HCP.
Yeah, I love the example of Mother's Day. I think that we can do some really interesting things around segmentation that goes beyond demographics, right? And
Absolutely.
we might know that you are a 35-year-old woman with one child, but we don't necessarily know more about that person. And so what location enables you to do is to understand, okay, they are a young mom because we see them at daycares and elementary schools and toy stores. But then beyond that, we can understand, is this a fitness fanatic mom, or is this a health enthusiast mom? Is this a pet owner as well who goes to pet stores and dog runs, and really give more color to that so that you can tailor strategies around big tent poles like Mother's Day accordingly. So, you mentioned sort of the accessibility of Foursquare data, breaking down walled gardens. I'd love to get a little bit more into sort of why you use Foursquare. And there are other location technology platforms out there. So, what makes Allergan choose to use Foursquare's location data?
I think first and foremost to me, it's the accuracy of your Foursquare data. To me, that's the most important. Coming from a programmatic background, I have learned to question everything. And frankly, I have questioned Foursquare data. I have done my due diligence. I've asked Tenley, who is our Foursquare rep, and yourself, plenty of questions trying to measure and understand how accurate is this data, how real time is it. I'm not seeing enough consumers on a specific audience segment or what we're asking for, and really poking holes. And you guys have come back and really provided in-depth detail as to what's happening, why it's occurring, and explaining it in layman's terms for me to understand what Pilgrim is doing, what's it's measuring. It's only measuring consumers after 3 minutes of them visiting a specific location. You're not including the top 2% of consumers that visit. So it helps that are repeat visitors. So it helps us kind of make sure we're accurately seeing consumers and not just targeting dentists or the nurses that are constantly at that HCP. You're eliminating that for us. And that is so important. Accuracy with data is probably first and foremost the most important thing for Allergan Data Labs, especially as more and more key partners are coming back with, hey, we have this first party data, we have this first party data that you can access. So you guys have been amazing with all of our questions, and the accuracy of your data has been key.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I think that that's certainly something that we pride ourselves on with our proprietary technology Pilgrim that you mentioned, which is our software developer kit that powered our consumer apps back in the day. And now we've been leveraging that to provide that best-in-class technology for partners like yourselves. And I think, where matters, right? So being able to differentiate, to your point, an employee from a visitor, but also, in a crowded urban area or in a mall, a shopping center, being able to understand that that person visited that center and not, the steakhouse or the dollar store next door. That is a really big difference. So that accuracy is key. Another area I know that we're thinking about with you is scale and expansion internationally. Could you speak to that a bit more?
Yeah, of course. So we're already activating with you guys internationally, specifically in Canada. You guys are able to measure, again, our exposures and see those consumers going to HCPs. That is a first in Canada. Thankfully, here in the United States, we still have cookies, although they might be going away soon. That being said, in Canada, we're not allowed to provide cookies. There's no targeting. They have something similar to GDPR where there's privacy safe, consent must be given, and you guys are able to scale globally and still provide us that measurement that we normally wouldn't be able to see otherwise. It's even our GA, Google Analytics views are muddled just because we're relying on consumers accepting cookies. With Foursquare, we don't have to rely on a consumer accepting cookies because they've already opted in. And to the point here on the slide, it's privacy first. You guys have made sure they've double opted in. And that allows us to scale confidently with accurate findings, not just in the US, but in Canada, in the UK, and eventually, hopefully, around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to expand a little bit on that privacy piece to your point. I think that, as a pharmaceutical company, certainly privacy is really key. And it's great to hear the way in which you value that, because we know that in today's rapidly changing landscape, privacy-centric solutions are really going to be the key to everything in the years to come. And so, we're looking to help Allergan innovate with location data to, build that privacy-centric solution. So, we see a future in which you can integrate our proprietary technology that we talked about into Allergan's own tech stack, which would be really exciting, where you'd be able to amass your own first-party data, and match people to places and enrich your understanding of your customers based on the places that they go in the physical world. And we can then offer the tools to help you extract value out of that data with targeting, with measurement, with analytics, and even visualization. And so I'd love to hear more from you about sort of how you see Allergan's use of location data continuing to evolve in the future. I know we've talked about you integrating Pilgrim or working with us for enrichment. So how do you think about what we can expand upon?
Absolutely. So at Allergan Data Labs, we leverage a first-party loyalty program called Ally. So consumers sign up to receive offers when they go get their Botox Cosmetic, their Juvederm, Cool Tone, Diamond Glow, SkinMedica, etc. It's a loyalty program that has an app, and we're looking to integrate Foursquare's Pilgrim SDK into that app. So not only are we able to fully measure consumers when they go to an HCP, but then further enrich our data, to Ariel's point earlier, of what this consumer is doing after they get a treatment, before they get a treatment, if they download the app before. Where are they going? Further enriching how we're understanding this consumer journey and what messages we need to give them to get back into practices once their Botox is running out, or it's time for another filler treatment. This is key in understanding our personalization efforts, our pre-treatment efforts. All of it is going to be essential to truly, truly understand consumers and provide them with the right message at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would really up-level the personalization that you're able to offer by having that within your own app. I could see, pushing notifications to app users when you see them to other relevant places. Maybe we know that they're visiting wedding venues and bridal salons, they're planning a wedding, or lots of other applications where we could build that logic within your app to help you drive that personalization and really build that engagement with your most engaged customer base, but really create delightful experiences for those users based on that understanding. I know we're also thinking about expanding the partnership into other channels as well, as you think about measuring other areas of your plan. So how do you think about that area of expansion?
So with the country thankfully opening back up slightly, we're looking to do more experiential marketing efforts. And Foursquare is going to be a key partner in us measuring and understanding consumers that we're driving to these experiential opportunities, activations. We're partnering with different places like AEG, Live Nation, concert event venues, all these different things that consumers with high household incomes and with more discretionary income attend. And we're targeting these consumers, understanding kind of, hey, if we sponsor a concert or if we sponsor an activation in a Sephora, did these people, go, and did they visit? Did they interact? And can we retarget them and measure them and understand kind of what they're doing after they attend that event and how effective is that experiential marketing event?
Yeah, that's a great application. I think things like out of home, really being able to tie that into your overall picture of the customer and all the different touch points that they can have will really be critical to building that sort of data-driven approach to everything that you're doing. Any final words today, Miles, about the partnership that you'd want to share?
I'm going to keep some under wraps and keep it a surprise for everyone. But just letting everyone know, Foursquare has been a key partner and will continue to be a key partner for Allergan Data Labs, especially as we expand globally and as we expand into different channels. We have done so much due diligence with you guys. You have been so willing and able to not only answer all of our questions, but help us explore new avenues and drive our business forward.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, Miles. We're really excited to continue to drive innovation with location together, and really appreciate and value your partnership. And thank you so much to MMA today for hosting us. We're really excited about this
Thank
event.
you.
And to learn more, you can visit us at Foursquare.com. So thank you.